Hi everybody, this is Ernie from the Realist. I am joined by two good friends of mine, Quidgy and Stages Scarab. Right now what we're doing is we're getting ready to take on Hyperius. I'm just kind of giving you guys a chance to look at what all gear I got right now. So you can see what I'm using and kind of give you an idea of what I went into there with. And the last thing you saw I was using the corrosive class mod for the Siren, which I actually do have the Legendary and Slayer of Terramorphous mods for the Siren, but it just seemed pointless to use those when I could just really eat up his minions with the corrosive damage. So as you see right now, we're going ahead and starting up. One of the things that we figured out about Hyperius early on, we're pretty, I won't say that we're like the best Borderlands players. Honestly, I think we just work really well together. We're not elitist or anything like that. But Quidgy and Stages Scarab and myself discovered when we were fighting Hyperius that he has a very strong propensity to get himself stuck in parts of the map. And right now we're just kind of going through the motions. We're taking down the minions, going after them, and putting in work on those guys. But one of the things we noticed is that he really has a problem, and this isn't just Hyperius. Honestly, a lot of the raid bosses in the Borderlands 2 game have issues, I guess, with the way that their hitbox is set up and their overall size. Sometimes they have issues interacting with the maps of the game. Hyperius is one of the first ones we caught this on. And basically where you see me standing right now is at the very beginning when you walk in to fight Hyperius. There is a pipe to the left area as soon as you walk in through the gate. And basically it's the one area really where, except for right there, for the most part, you can go through the fight, at least with the during the minions section, mostly unmolested, unspoiled, if you will. There was that one portion right there. One of his shockwaves caught me off guard, even though I was behind the cover. But the cover is actually going to become a very big thing here later in this video, because the cover is actually the key to the glitch. And I'm not necessarily saying that everybody should go out and exploit the glitch, because honestly, it doesn't work all the time. Like I said, if I actually had to break it down, I would probably say somewhere between 60 and 70% of the time it works. But it's not something you really want to bank on. It's just that this is part of our normal strategy when we go in to fight Hyperius. One of us picks a spot, behind the pipe where you can get that level of cover, and the other two basically run around and try and basically stay alive, keep pounding on the minions, keep Hyperius, keep him distracted, keep his attention, while usually I'm the one who does it because I typically play the Siren. Normally when I would go in with the Siren, I would use the Harmony spec, but right now I'm using a Cataclysm spec with and also going halfway down the motion tree. And like I said, normally when I play the Harmony mode, I would basically be the healer. I would reach out and phase lock some Quidgy and Stages in case they got knocked down in the fight for your life mode. And whereas with this one, I decided to go with damage just because we really just wanted to go in and see if we could just really get him. But as you can see, I don't move from that spot very often, except for moments like these when I'm being targeted by the rockets, which is why I'm kind of trying to slowly pull the loader that's closest to me back by phase locking the one behind him, which it didn't really work that well. But hey, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, as you can see right now, we're getting to the point where it's getting close to the nut cutting time where we're about to lose his minions, and Hyperius is about to become Hyperius Unchained, for lack of a better way to put it. And let's see here. Right now I'm using, the gun I'm using right now, in case you guys aren't familiar with it, I'm using the Marksman's Gub, which is a really nice caustic pistol. It's got a huge clip to it. Really fast reload time. I mean, the accuracy on it is not the greatest of any of the legendary guns, but I really like yeah, it really does put in work. I mean, short of using the conference call, which is one of my favorite caustic weapons in the game. Oh, wait a minute. I think we're getting ready to hit that point. Yeah, looks like it's coming. I actually lost Quidgy there for a second. For some reason, it showed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it made it look like he was farther away from me than what he was. And yeah, there we go. Got him back up. I wasn't able to save stages. Sorry. It was one of those where it probably would have cost me an instant death. But here it is. This is what I'm talking about. Right here, this is where, all right, you see where he leapt towards me. And he's at the pipe. This is where you can get him, because his hitbox has some weird dimensions to it. So when he gets right there, he's stuck. He can move still. He can still use his shockwave blast, and and for the most part, he can even to a limited degree use his other weapons that are at his disposal. The only problem is that they really don't have any effect because it requires him to move. So he can do his leap. I mean, really, the shockwave is the only thing he has that can really hurt you. Right now, as you can see, I'm using the Slagga on him right now, but the Slagga's not really doing a whole lot to him. So, I mean, you may notice there's some resist, but I mean, I'm literally going to be sitting there plowing away at him with the Purging Infinity Pistol for quite some time. I want to say it was roughly about 10 to 15 straight minutes of me just, you know, plugging away at him. And I mean, his health was just slowly going down because ultimately I ended up losing Quidgy. And Stage's Scarab, I lost him as well. But I mean, we were able to hang with him. I ended up being the only one left in the arena with him by the time it was all said and done. And not really wanting to run out of bullets and not really wanting to take too many chances on him. I just went ahead, switched to the Infinity Pistol, and just started plugging away at the critical spot on his visor. And, you know, basically the helmet and that visor, that very, I guess is a big target because he's such a giant character, but at the same time, the visor itself is pretty small in comparison to the rest of the mask. But that's where his crit spot is, so I'm just plugging away at that until I get the desired results. And while Quidgy and Stage just goof around outside the arena, waiting for me to take this guy out. And I want to say we're getting right to that point where he's finally about to go down. Let's see. Yeah, here it comes. So yeah, I'm just sitting there plugging away at him. I mean, just, you know, critical after critical after critical after critical. You know, that's really without doing it that way, I would have been sitting there a long time. If I had my Gunzerker, which I have at level 50, probably wouldn't have taken quite as long. But yeah, there you go. Took him down, and I want to say we got something yeah, out of this one. Actually, yeah, there it is right there. We ended up picking up the Plenteous Pyrophobia, which is a really awesome rocket launcher. We got the Norfleet earlier on one of our earlier farms from Vermivorous, and actually that's what Stage's Scarab is rocking at the moment. But I'm gonna switch to the Pyrophobia just to kind of show you what it does. I mean, it's like I said, it's not the most impressive rocket launcher in the game, but I mean, short of the Norfleet, I really can't think of any other rocket launcher in the game that I've thought is with any high regard. I'm not really big into rocket launchers. I actually don't really care for them at all. But this one's a really good one. It's over 152,000 damage with over 4,000 in fire damage, and it shoots a really big-ass Hadouken-type beam, so you should keep your eyes peeled for it when you fight him. This has been Ernie from The Realist, and hey, guys, stay tuned for more. Like I said, click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.